Okay, hello? Is this thing working? Like, can y'all hear me? I haven't live streamed in like over half a year, so it's been some time. I think the last one I did was, what's it called? Like when the Chupacabras Helluva Boss short came out like 8 months ago at this point. Wait, let me okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was almost a bit late because I almost woke up late on accident, but I'm not late, so that's what matters. Yeah, the reason, okay, it seems like more people are here already than I thought there was gonna be. So, in case you missed it and you just saw that this channel went live randomly, basically, I mean, you can tell from the title, I'm gonna be doing like a kind of a live Q&A type thing for 200,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Match, for the $1 donation. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a live Q&A for 200,000 subscribers. So, that's what I thought I'd do. Like I said, I haven't live streamed in like 8 months. And also, one thing I do want to say is that, like, what's it called? I don't know how this happened, but like earlier yesterday, like, it's like have been having like issues hearing out of my left ear, so I don't know what the hell happened. So I can like only hear through one ear, but that's okay. That's not gonna stop me from doing this live stream. But yeah, I've seen there's already been some questions that have been asked in the chat, so I'm gonna be like, kind of just looking through those. And yeah, it's Saturday at 10. It's 10 in the morning for me right now. I mean, you can see that from the bottom right, but yeah, let's see some of these questions. Favorite Has Been Hotel song? I think I've talked about this before. I'm like, should I like wait before I answer question? Wait, I'll answer that one first. But my favorite Has Been Hotel song is like the finale one at the end. I think I've talked about that before because I really like the part with like Balkans and Valentino at the very end. And I hope they get more songs in season 2. Before I answer any other questions, should I like do something on the stream? Should I like play a game or something? Because I don't want this to just be like me looking at chat on the stream. I want there to be actually something going on. Wait, I'm gonna like hold on. I'm gonna open Roblox. We're gonna play good things while I do this. What should I play on Roblox while we do this stream? This is gonna be a totally like good stream and not like scuffed, because I totally plan ahead. There's a lot of like terrible games on Roblox nowadays, but it's okay. We can play something good. Hold on 1 second. Let me look at some of the other questions. Opinion on the new character and what? You're gonna have to elaborate on that because there's a lot of things that are having new characters. Favorite Husband Will Song, already answered that one. Favorite Helluva Boss character? I mean, it's kind of in my profile picture, so like, yeah, Fitzgerald is like easily my favorite. He's just so awesome. Someone said, why do you hate Valentino and why? Valentino is a very complicated character for me, cause what's it called? Like, obviously the stuff he does is bad, but I feel like he's actually like a pretty well written character. I'd say like the way he does what he does, like he's definitely like a villain, and I'd love to see a lot of the V's get their own more spotlight or so in season 2 because I think that would be really interesting. I'm gonna join Einbone on Dandy's World. Let me look at some of the other questions. A bit opened on my wrong monitor, and this game is so loud. Let me turn this down. Let me look at some of the other questions. Someone said, what year old are you? I'm currently 18 right now. My birthday is in August, and I'll be turning 19. So, yeah. Well, you make songs? Yes, I do. I don't post them to YouTube though, just because it's not like anything like any Has Been Hotel or Helluva Boss songs. So, yeah. How did you get into Has Been Hotel and Helluva Boss? That was I think it's honestly, I'm a little more late to the fandom than most people. Like, I feel like I got into it, I want to say like 2 years ago or so, and that was when, like, I remember because the reason I got into it's kind of funny. I remember the most recent episode at the time when I got into it was like Western Energy, and I saw so many people like on Twitter like just trashing on the show, and I was like, okay, I need to watch this because I want to see, like, is it really as bad as online as people are saying? So I watched it, like, I stayed up till like 5 a.m. one night in like the summer of 2023, just watching the entire thing up to Western Energy. And I was like, wait, this is actually not even that bad. I kind of like this. Like, I think the main thing that really hooked me into it was what's it called? Like, the main thing that made me want to keep watching was like in episode 2, in the Lululand episode, when like that whole opening sequence with like the Stolas singing to Octavia, like the "You Will Be Okay" song. I'm like, wow, that's actually really beautiful. I want to like watch the rest of this. But yeah, what are more questions? Favorite Has Been Hotel character. If you know anything about me, you'll know my favorite Has Been Hotel character is Vox. I'm not gonna elaborate why, but he's like the coolest one. Do you like fanfics? I don't read fanfics as much as like I used to. They're pretty cool. There's some good ones out there, but I just feel like I haven't really been doing that much lately. What will you do before season 3 and season 2 of Has Been? I don't know, just keep posting stuff about like I know, what's it called? Digital Circus episode 5 is going to be coming soon. I don't know, there's no confirmed date yet, but it's going to be coming soon because like Goosewick has been posting screenshots on it to Tumblr. So, yeah. Also another thing, I know next week, Deltarune chapter 3 and 4 is coming out on Wednesday, which is something I'm really into. I'm considering honestly doing a live stream on YouTube where I play Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. But yeah, that's something I'll think about. Favorite non-canon ship? It like of all okay. Of all time, if we're talking about like of all time, or like just in Has Been Hotel and Helluva Boss, I don't know. That's it. Of all time. Oh god, that's gonna take me a while. I'll get back to you on that. I mean, it'll probably be like a Deltarune one, like honestly, like maybe like Noelle and Susie, because I think that's technically not canon. But if you're talking about just like the Hellaverse, oh, I don't know. That's I'll get back to you on that one. Favorite? Okay, there's a lot of questions about ships. I'm noticing that. Favorite ship of just Helluva Boss. I mean, this one I can include canon ones. Probably just Fizz and Ozzy. That's like an all-time favorite. Someone just said, "How are you?" I'm doing all right. I could be a little better because I said this earlier that like for some reason I'm having like slight hearing problems in my left ear, and it sucks. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from streaming. And favorite Helluva Boss episode. Okay, it's either gotta be okay, and this might like be recency bias, but it's between like 3 of them. I'm either gonna say like the Sinsmith episode just because it was like a really great way to end off the season, but if not for that one because it might be too recent and I don't want to be biased in that way. But if not for that one, then it'll probably be something like the Oops episode or like the Mammon musical one, just because those were like they had like really good overall plot lines. I hope my keyboard is not too loud, but they had like really good overall, like just it was really good, and I like especially the Mammon one. I loved the songs; they were all so good. Thoughts on Stolitz? I think it's definitely been a bit like rocky of a relationship. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I'm not really sure if it's like in my top 3 ships. I know I love to talk about it on like my community posts and all that. It's a really cool ship. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like in season 3 it's gonna be like when people really start to like it more because it's still at a point where we're still really, even though they're technically like not officially together, but they're like in their same space now where like they're not having any like issues with each other like they did in Apology Tour. it's still one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I feel like I still want to see it grow more before I like form a concrete opinion on it, because it feels like they're always going back and forth between together and not together, and I don't know. It's kind of confusing. Let me look at more of these questions. 7 years over asking a question about GeoGuessr. I haven't actually played a whole lot of GeoGuessr lately, but I'm pretty sure if I did play, I can, after I die in this, I'll play a game of that just for fun. But what's it called? I haven't been playing a bit, but I could try that actually. I don't think that's, I like don't remember a lot of the Madagascar metas, but it'll be fun. Just why not? I'm trying to look at like the chat while not dying in the game. What someone said, what made you hooked into watching the Hellaverse? Like I said this already earlier, but I'll say it again just in case you like joined a little late. I remember seeing a lot of people talking bad about the show online like in the summer of 2023, and I thought, surely it can't be that bad, let me watch it myself. And I watched it and I actually really liked it, and I think the main thing that made me want to keep watching it was the Stolas and Octavia song, like the You Will Be Okay one. That one was something that was really like sweet to me, and I was like, I gotta keep watching this just to see what happens. And then I stayed up till 5 a.m. that night, but that's besides the point. Someone just said, what made you go by Bulba? It's pretty simple. When I was like 11 years old in 2017, I came up with these names just because I liked Pokemon. It's not like rocket science. It comes from the name Bulba, the Pokemon Bulbasaur. And I was like, you know what? I like that. That's cool. I'm not really that into Pokemon as much as I used to be, but the name kind of stuck and I never really bothered to change it. And I feel like it's still, I think it fits in its own unique way. Favorite Helluva Boss episode, I already answered that one, but I'll say it again. It's probably either, if I'm talking about like recent ones, it'll probably be Sin's Miss, just because I think it was a really great way to end off the season. But not talking about that one, then I'd probably have to go with either Oops or the Mammon episode, just because it's just like they from start to finish, those had really great storylines. I like the music and them. It was really nice. Someone said, what gender do you think Millie's baby would be? I don't know. There's no really way for us to know that. I feel like either way it could make sense and be just as cool, but I don't know. It's really hard. I think I'll get back to you on that maybe in a later like video or something, just because I don't know. There's no really way I feel like I can answer that and know what's going on. Oh shit. Someone said, what was it like meeting Alex Brightman at Level Up Expo? I mean, he's a really nice guy. I said this on my community post, but what's it called? Like, I went like to his booth because I wanted to get an autograph and a photo of him, because he voices my favorite character in the Hellaverse, like Fizzaroli, and also he voices just other really cool characters like Adam and Serpentius. And also like, I remember I don't know if any of you watched Dead End Paranormal Park on Netflix a few years ago, but I really loved that show, and he voiced Pugsley in it, and I was like, I gotta meet this guy and get his autograph. So then when I got to his something that's funny I want to mention. This is like a little off topic, but when I was in the line for like the to get his autograph, I remember seeing a couple people I like knew online. Like I saw this one music artist in this like community I'm in called New Aluminum, and I also saw some other like Helluva Boss Hasbin Hotel YouTubers in that same line. Like I saw Not Savage Fangirl, and then I saw what's her name? We Last Reacts, if you know who she is. I saw both of them in line. I was like, that's awesome. But anyways, back to the question. I went up to Alex Brightman's booth so I can get his autograph. I spent a little more than I'm willing to admit, but something that was really cool was like, I remember bringing up to him about how like, of course I loved his performances in Helluva Boss Hasbin Hotel, but I also really loved his performance in Dead End Paranormal Park, because that was probably one of my favorite shows, and I remember being so sad when it got canceled early. But and then I brought it up to him, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna include a free signed like Pugsley print. And I actually almost lost it, dude. I was so excited. But yeah, that was really cool, and I was so happy. So I got like I think I got like $170 worth of things, and I only paid $120, which is like $50 off or something. I might be doing the math wrong, but yeah. That was, sorry for taking so long to answer that, but yeah, he was a really nice guy. If you see him at a future convention that you're going to, I really recommend getting his like autograph and whatever, and also just like talking to him, because he's really cool. And he's just like, even on like the panels, like like where he was just talking like in front of like the whole crowd. He's just a really funny guy. Like, let me like lose this thing. Okay, let me see. What are more questions? Do you think Blitz and Stolas will work out with their situationship? I mean, considering where they're at right now, I feel like the chances of it working out is actually pretty high, or at least higher than it used to be. But I feel like they still have a long ways to go before we really know if it's for sure going to happen or not. Because, like I said, they're a bit rocky, so we don't know what's really going to happen. But yeah, let me keep looking at these questions. Someone said, how's your life like outside of YouTube? I mean, I guess it's fairly normal. Like, I go to university. I'm currently on summer break right now, so I'm not really doing much. But yeah, I go to university. I like going for walks outside throughout the day just to get outside and get some fresh air. It's really nice. I make music sometimes in my free time, but I haven't been doing that as much as I used to. I like playing video games with my friends. I'm just pretty standard stuff. I don't know. My life's not really like the most interesting outside of YouTube. But yeah, pretty normal stuff going on. Have you watched BoJack Horseman? No, I actually have not. I have a long list of shows that I do want to watch, and I feel like that's probably somewhere on there, but it will probably take me a bit to get around to it. And sorry, I haven't watched it, but I'll get around to it eventually, sometime, I promise. Someone said, what got you into Danny's World? Okay, it was actually my friend Charmy, I think, if I remember correctly. She's really cool, and I was like, she told me to play. I was like, one day I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? I'm gonna give it a try. Because I remember originally I didn't really see the appeal to, and I feel like I can understand a lot of the arguments for why the game might not be the most interesting. But for me, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's nice to play like either with friends or when you're just doing something in the background. Because like obviously I'm not putting my full attention on the game right now. I'm like more focused on the chat questions. So it's just something that's nice to just do like in the background, I guess. Like I don't really, like to be honest, I don't really play this like when I'm just by myself. Like it's either when I'm with friends or when I'm just doing it in the background. Like if I know I'm gonna have to do something in a bit, but I just want to like have a quick way to pass the time. How many tunes do you have and what's your favorite? I have all of them except for Boxen and Shrimpo. And I never got Babette during the Christmas event either. So I have basically all of them except for 3. And my favorite one is probably Shali. Second place V though, because they're really cool. Someone said Digital Circus episode 5 coming out 20th of June. I haven't heard about that. I'll look into it a little after this, but if that's true, then that's awesome. But I personally have not seen that. Maybe I'm just a little behind on my updates, but yeah. Let me keep looking at the questions. Hold on. Someone's talking about like the Pride Month like stuff for Helluva Boss. Yeah, they've released a ton of like merch, whether it be like, I know they released a lot on like the Shark Robot store, and I like made a whole video talking about like, and like all the updates with like the sexualities and stuff for the characters. I still gotta make one for Has Been Hotel, because I know they released their Hot Topic merch too for that, and that's something I gotta get into, but it'll take me a bit just because, like I said, I had to like prepare for this live stream, and also like I said, I might do one on this coming Wednesday too, because the release of Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, which is something I'm really looking forward to, and I thought it'd be funny if I play it on stream for you all. I don't know if any of you would be interested in that, but if you would, let me know. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? Okay, so this isn't actually my first channel. This is maybe like my 3rd or something, and I had older channels before that, but they don't exist anymore just because like I remember like my first ever one, it got like hacked. Someone like hacked it and then like deleted the channel, but it only had like 300 subscribers, so it wasn't like the end of the world. But the reason I created my first ever channel was because I think it was in like it was either 2016 or 2017, and that was because what's it called? Like there was this one YouTuber. I'll like hold on, let me like pull them up real quick. I don't know if any of you know this channel, but like, oh, let me buy that actually. But like this person makes like they used to make like Steven Universe AMVs, and I like really loved their videos back then, and I was like, I want to make like my own like Steven Universe videos, because this was back when I was like really into Steven Universe, and I was like, it was like my favorite thing in the world. It's honestly to this day probably still my favorite cartoon that I've ever watched from start to finish. it just holds like a really special place in my heart. And I remember seeing they were like really cool editing in the videos. I'm not gonna play it because a lot of them have like copyrighted music, and I don't want that to like affect the stream. But I remember seeing that and I was like, I gotta make my own videos and like start cool stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And even though I never really made like actual Steam Universe related content, because I feel like what most people, when I first started like joining communities and making my own videos, is more about like music rankings and stuff like that, because that's something I was also really into back then. But like, if I want to talk about what really inspired me to like first like get the idea to create a channel, it was probably watching that person's videos and like, I want to make things like that. That looks really cool. Who is the music artist at the expo? I only saw one music artist there, and they're a pretty small artist. Their name was like Cloud Ninja, but it was like really cool to like get to meet them, and that was nice. Favorite Hellaverse voice actor? Do you mean, if you mean like who I believe has like the best voice acting performance in the shows? I don't know. That's a tough question. I feel like all of them are like really talented voice actors. Because it's like, even if it's a character that I don't like, I feel like the voice actor does a really damn good job at making me not like the character, which is the point. And that just shows how like impressive their skills are. I don't know. Oh my god, I gotta think about that. I mean, I could just like give out like the most basic answer and say like Fizzeroli, because that's a really like impressive voice to put on. Like that, like constantly doing that voice. Like if I tried doing something like that, I could tell my voice would hurt after like 10 seconds. But that's like really impressive. What other ones are really good? Obviously Brandon Rogers is like a really excellent, like both just actor and voice actor. Like I've heard about him even before I watched Helluva Boss through like his YouTube channel, and like it's just, he's a really great like actor and voice actor. Obviously I could say like Richard Horvitz for Moxie, because obviously it's someone I feel like many of us have known before the Hellaverse, and it's just great voice actor. I don't know, that's a really hard question. And I died out because I wasn't looking at the game. Uh-oh. I was looking at the chat, my fault. Let me look at the, let me answer some more questions before I jump right back into a game, just so I can have time to actually read everything. But, let me give this person stream mode, actually. Let me read more of these questions. Someone's talking about that one, the Now That You're Gone Stolas animation. It's been a while since I've heard about. I mean, I remember I made a video about that because it was like a huge thing when it happened, but I haven't really heard anybody mention it lately. But yeah, that was a really insane animation. I feel like the topic I was trying to discuss, it did it in a way that's like kind of shocking, but in a good way. Like it really like got its message through to the viewer. Favorite indie show aside from the Hellaverse? I mean, I don't know. A lot of the shows I liked before I got into Helluva Boss were not indie shows, so I feel like I just know a lot of the main ones. So this is probably like a generic answer, but I'll probably just go like Digital Circus, just because I think it has a really nice storyline, and it's one of the most unique shows I've ever watched. Like easily, it's such like a unique concept, and every character is like so different from each other. It's like it's crazy how much creativity had to be put into to make something as like polished and thorough as that. It's just great. Someone said, how do you feel about Val and Stella? I think they're very complicated characters, where it's like obviously some of their actions are not very great, but I feel like they're very well written. At least Stella's an interesting one. I feel like, because it's like, I feel like arguments could be made about how like both Stella is like a bad person and how like she abused Stolas and all that, but I also feel like equal arguments could be made about how like, what's it called, like Stella was also forced into the marriage, so she might not know she might not like she might also just be a victim of like the Ars Goetia system. But it's like she's a very complex character. And for Valentino, I feel like this is just might be a little biased because I do like all of the V's, but even though like Valentino's like he's done a lot of bad things, and I can recognize that. I'm not trying to like defend any of his actions, but I feel like he's a pretty well written character, and I do like admire that in a way. But obviously, like the stuff he does, is not very good. I'm not gonna try to defend any of that. Someone said, which is better, Has-Been or Helluva Boss? I don't know. I feel like they each have their own like very strong suits, but I don't know. That's I feel like maybe Helluva Boss just because it has more out, but maybe when both shows are like fully finished, however many years in the future, that's something that could be able to like fully answer. Because I feel like that's not really a fair comparison because one has only one season out, and one has two seasons and like more than double the episode count. So I don't know, but I'd probably just have to say Helluva Boss. Someone said, "Do you think Helluva Boss will still be funny with uncensored on Prime Video?" Oh yeah, that's one thing that I'm honestly kind of looking forward to, because there's a lot of scenes in Helluva Boss that will get like bleeped or like just straight up like pixelated on the screen. Like obviously we know that infamous scene in X's and O's, and then there's like some of the bits in the what episode was it in the full moon when like Fizz is showing Blitz that like one room of all the obviously like the fucking dragon drill or whatever thousand or something. But yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see the whole show uncensored. I know it's not gonna come to Prime Video for a bit, but when it does, I want to watch it again just because it's gonna be like it's gonna be crazy. Let me look at more of these questions. Why is this one person's things keep getting held for review? I gotta like fix that. I'm a little behind on the questions, so if it takes me a while to get to yours, I'm sorry, but I'll get there. I'm scrolling it down a bit. Someone's in the chat said, "Is it possible for you to collab with Isla Mao, who is also a famous Hellaverse YouTuber?" I mean, I don't really like do collabs that much on my channel, and I feel like if I do, it would be more so like not. I might do collabs with other YouTubers, but I haven't really planned anything like that. I feel like if I feature people on my channel, it's mostly just like people who I'm already friends with, just because I like giving my friends a spotlight in a way. But I don't know. I don't really have any current plans to collaborate with other YouTubers. There's one I've been thinking about doing, but I haven't actually asked them yet, and I might do it, but I'm not gonna say it yet just because in case it doesn't actually happen, and I don't want to like give you guys like a false hope or anything. But most of the time when I do like featuring my friends on my channel, like I remember last year, I like when Has Been Hotel had like just came out, I did some live streams where I like featured some of my friends where we like did tier lists and stuff like that. But it's like they weren't actual like YouTubers with their own platform. They were just like people who I was friends with, and I wanted to like do that with them just because I think it's fun. But I could do more like I could try doing maybe actual collaborations with other already like big Hellaverse YouTubers. If you have any like recommendations of who I should ask, let me know in the chat. There's one I was thinking of, but I'm not gonna say it yet. But yeah. Someone said, what age rating do you think Digital Circus should be? I don't know. I feel like I remember Gooseworks saying before on like Tumblr that like they believe it's not like necessarily a kids show, but it's not really like specifically meant for adults either. It's like in some weird middle ground. I feel like that's a great way to describe it. I don't feel like Digital Circus should really have a specific age rating. I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like you should just be aware of what you're getting yourself into when you watch it. 'Cause it's very weird and abstract. When I say weird, I mean like in a good way. Like it's very unusual, but in like the best way possible. And I feel like it's one of those shows where it's like you shouldn't really expect anything. You should just expect the unexpected. Let me look at more of these questions. Someone said, "What's your headcanon voice of Lilith?" I don't know. I've been like trying to like think about like because there's some characters not even just in Has Been but also in Helluva where it's like we have no idea what they're gonna sound like because they just haven't appeared yet. Like I know there was like two of the sins in Helluva Boss like Belphegor and Leviathan, and I believe we haven't heard them or don't know who they're gonna be voiced by. So it's just really interesting. And Lilith is another one where it's like I feel like there's a lot of different candidates for who could voice her and it would make sense, but it's just one of those things where I'm not really entirely sure. And I think that's something we'll have to wait to see, like, happen. I don't know. Let me see more of these questions. Also, even if you feel free to ask like multiple questions because I'm not gonna limit it to like since there's only like 30 people here, I'm not gonna limit it to like one question per person. So you can ask whatever you want. Like I really don't mind. Someone said, "Do what do you think of Phasmodius?" I already said this earlier. It's probably my favorite ship in the Hellaverse. It's just so I love seeing them on screen together. It's just wonderful. Do you think Charlie and Vaggie will get married in season 4? I mean, it's definitely possible. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if it happens sooner than that. Um, I feel I'm I'm trying to think. Yeah, they're not married yet, so I don't know. That'd be really interesting to see if that something like that does happen. And I think if it does happen, it like I said, I think it could honestly happen before um season 4, like maybe even in 2 or 3. Maybe I don't want to like jump the gun though, but I feel like it's not something that is like gonna happen like super late. I feel like it happened earlier. Thank you, Felipe Leroy Audi for subscribing. Let me look at more of these questions. Who would you say is the most throwable character in Has Been, Digital Circus, and Helluva? Most throwable. That's an amazing question. Has Been. You gotta say Nifty for that. Like obviously, Nifty's so throwable, but like in a good way. I don't know how that could even be in a good way, but I mean it in a good way. Digital Circus. Oh God. Let me think. I'm trying to think of all the That's a funny question. Most throwable character. Um. I mean, Gangle's very light because she's like 90% ribbon. So also Gangle, but also in a good way. Helluva. Oh God. I feel like you could throw any imp. They're all like 4 feet tall, so it's not that hard. Every single imp. Someone said, "Do you watch Beastars?" No, I do not. I don't really have. I never really planned to watch Beastars. If that's something that enough people want me to do, I guess I could. But then again, I also have a long list of shows where it's like it might take me a while to get around to it. So I could watch it, but don't be surprised if it's like it takes me a while. Like, bear with me. Someone said who should die in season 2 of Has Been Hotel. Honestly, I don't really like when characters straight up die. Because I feel like even if it's a character that like we all hate, it's one of those things where it's like you kind of love to hate them at the same time. So it's like I don't know. I don't really want any characters to straight up die, but like I mean, I really hope it happens. Something happens again where like how we thought Serpent just died, but then he got redeemed. I really hope. I guess I hope something like that happens. But I don't think there's anyone I want to straight up die. What do you think Via will do in season 3? I don't know. I feel like she's gonna try to more focus on herself and like growing because obviously at the end of season 2 she had that whole the "I Will Be Okay" song where it's like talking about like basically where she said who cares about Stolas and Stella and all of them. I'll be good on my own. And honestly, I feel like season 3 is just gonna be more, at least at the start, it's gonna be more focused on her trying to grow on her own without like anyone else like fucking up her life or whatever. But yeah, I think I can't wait to see what they do with Octavia's character in season 3. I think it's gonna be really good. Someone said, "What if Vox died in season 2?" I don't want to think about that. That's not something I want to think about. I don't know. I feel like if any character dies in season 2, it'll be kind of sad, in a way. But it can't be my favorite character. Let me keep scrolling. Let me get to the elevator first. Which character do you want to see in the crossover? I'm assuming you're talking about the Has Been and Helluva crossover, in which, I mean, I guess that could be any. I guess we'll literally see like basically every character in the crossover on that. Well, not every character, but like at least all the main recurring ones, because they're big enough. Thank you, Ignas Botrimas, for subscribing. But like, I think we'll see all of like the major characters, at least. It's not like we'll be seeing a lot of the I mean, I imagine like some of the smaller and the more obscure ones we won't be seeing, but it's like, I feel like we'll at least see everyone, so I guess just I'm looking forward to see all of them interact with each other. It's gonna be really interesting. I can't wait to see what they do with that crossover. Someone just died, I heard that. I've noticed I'm like really bad at focusing on both the game and the chat at the same time because I have like my attention span is a little bit cooked. Wait, hold on. Someone said, do you think we'll get to see a fight between Mammon and Ozzy? Since James said he really wanted to watch Ozzy with Mammon's ass. I mean, it's possible. I think a fight between at least two of the Sins is inevitable. I think Mammon and Ozzy would be the most likely, considering the fight almost kind of broke out like in the middle of like the mastermind court scene, which was kind of funny. But it's definitely possible. I actually kind of want to see that now. I hope there's like fan art of that out there because that'd be like hilarious. Someone said, what is all the questions about Vox? Someone said, what's your opinion on Vox? I would love to hear your opinion. I think he's a really cool character. I have a lot of nice things to say about him. He's really cool. I just got an ad on the stream while like watching it, like on my phone, because I'm looking at the chat on my phone. Hold on. I gotta scroll up because I like lost my place in the chat. Let me get to the machine first, and then I'll keep looking at the questions. Or not the machine, the elevator. Okay. Where was I at in the chat? Let me give this person one. Who do you think will get redeemed in the future seasons of Has-Been? I feel like every character has I think every character actually has a pretty good chance of getting redeemed. I don't know if that's like a hot take. I mean, some of them I feel like they don't want to be redeemed, and if they don't want to be redeemed, that's perfectly fine. They are fine being bad. But like, I don't know. I feel like at least we'll see another one of the main cast be redeemed by the end of season 2. I don't know who it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a character we don't expect, to be honest. But yeah. I feel like no matter what happens, it's gonna be really interesting. Let me look at more of these questions. Give me a moment. Someone said Leviathan should be 2 voice actors because she has 2 heads. That would actually be kind of interesting. I mean, I guess I kind of imagined it would be like the same voice actor just pulling off 2 different voices. But like, 2 different voices, that would be crazy. I don't think they'll do something like that, but it's certainly an interesting thought. Someone said, what was your favorite part of attending Level Up? It was like a mix between, obviously the panels were like a huge highlight of the whole thing. I loved seeing like, with all the announcements and all that. That was like genuinely amazing. I loved that. Another thing I loved was seeing people that like I knew online, like just at the expo. That was like really cool. And it's just, oh my god, it was the more I think about it, the more like fun it was. I also just loved I remember I waited in line for a while at the like the glitch booth to get like an N and an Uzi plush and all like 2 posters. That sent me back a bit of money, but it was worth it. And also another one, obviously one of my favorite parts was getting to meet Alex Brightman in the line for his booth because he's awesome. Do you think Via will get a complete episode only for her, or maybe a short? I don't know. It's really rare that you see a character get a complete episode for them. I feel like she could get a whole short to herself, but I don't know about a full episode. But I feel like there will at least be one episode where she is like the main, like a plot, where it's like she's the main focus of that episode. And yeah. Someone said, do you think that Emily will end up becoming Fallen in a later season? I mean, it really depends on how strict Heaven continues to be. I mean, they know that, I mean, I know like Sarah warned Emily becoming Fallen when she was like trying to challenge the idea, or trying to promote the idea of redemption. But now that like Sir Pentious did get redeemed, it's just a matter of how in denial Sarah's gonna be, and if she tries to like punish Emily for it somehow. I don't imagine something like that will happen, but I'm not gonna rule out the concept of it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I think it's not the most likely. I just feel like now that Serpent just got redeemed, it's like one thing where it's like it's hard to deny it when the evidence is right in front of you. And I don't think Sarah's that dumb where she'll try to like completely cover it up. But maybe I'll be proved wrong, and who knows. Let me keep looking at the questions. Someone said, who do you think is the I don't even know how to answer this question. Someone said, who do you think is the most edible character in the Amazing Digital Circus? I don't know. You know, I'll let everyone in the chat answer that. Everyone in the chat answer that question, because I just don't really know how to answer something like that. Someone said, would you rather kill Androlphus, Stella, or Valentino? Probably Androlphus. He's like the weirdest one in my opinion. I feel like he's like okay, here's the thing. Even though like Stella's like a character that a lot of us don't like just because she's kind of evil, like I think we can all agree that Androlphus is like, even he's like a creep to Stella. It's like so weird. It's like, what are you doing, dude? It's like even if I don't like Stella, like get away from her, bro. Like you're like Androlphus is basically just like harassing his sister at this point. It's like, that's weird. I don't like that. So I'd probably kill Androlphus out of those three. Let me keep looking at these questions. What's your thoughts with Blitz wanting a family? Do you think it'll happen or not? I don't remember something like. I know he's like adopted Luna, and then oh yeah, actually in the Sinsmas episode, I completely forgot about that whole like dream scene, or not dream scene, but it's like where he looks in the mirror and he imagines the family as like him, Luna, Stolas, and Octavia. I feel like something like that could definitely happen. I mean, it'll probably be like, I don't imagine something like that could happen till the end of season 3 at least, but I feel like it's still very probable. It's just we're gonna have to wait a while. Oh, that's Twisted Pebble on floor 5. I feel like we're gonna have to wait a while for that though. Like realistically, maybe till like towards the end of 2026. I don't know. I feel like it's quite a ways to wait before we can all see them be a happy family. I like ran into the wall while trying to look at the chat. Do you think the other sins are Charlie's aunts and uncles? I mean, I guess that would like imply that like all the sins are like siblings, in which, I mean, I don't really know about that one. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. That I don't think that's right. So I mean, it's one of those things where like they could kind of be like that in like Charlie's mind, but I don't think like officially they're like that. Let me keep looking at the chat. Someone said, do you think Angel Dust's brother Arachnus will be a good or a bad character? I don't really know. I feel like I wasn't super into Has Been Hotel all the way back then when like there was more lore about him, like through like before like the show was fully developed, because like I said, I'm a little bit admittedly kind of new to the fandom. I've only been in it for like maybe 2 years or so, so I feel like I'm not super familiar with all the old stuff, so I don't really know a ton about Arachnus. But I feel like I don't really know. I guess you got to keep in mind they're in hell, so I guess it's kind of expected that they may not be the best people, but who knows? Maybe I could be proven wrong. Who do you think? Someone said, who do you think should get a short for Helluva Boss? Ooh. Which character do I want to see get a short the most? Who's behind me? Oh. Bro, this Louis. What is this Louis doing? Oh, that was completely on accident. Bro, let me run. Bro, I hit the wall. What am I doing? I'm like actually throwing. Wait, hold on. Okay. Anyways, who do you think should get a short for Helluva Boss? Let me think. Oh god. Dude, what the hell? How did he even see me? This game is so fried. Okay. Should get a short for Helluva Boss. I'm trying to think of like specifically characters that already don't get a ton of screen time. Okay, honestly, this might be like, I know she's one of the main characters, but I feel like we don't really still know a ton about her as like on her own. I feel like I'd love to see a short just about Millie. Like, I know we saw the one about like that was more focused on Millie and Sally Mae, but like maybe it could be focused on Millie and Moxie and the fact that they're like obviously gonna be having a kid. So I know they're like main characters, and I was trying to think of characters who are not main characters, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the one about them too would be great. Someone said, hold on, someone said, what is your favorite song in all of Helluva Boss and in all of Hazbin Hotel? I think I already answered this question. I know I said the Hazbin Hotel one, in which it's the finale song, just because I love like each like kind of group of characters part. I love just like all the harmonies and like how they're all singing together, and I also love the part with the Vox and Valentino, like the V's like kind of in the middle. The only part I didn't really like about that song was Alistair's part, just because I feel like it didn't really fit. But oh shit, I feel like all the other parts were done well. And in Helluva Boss, ooh. What's my favorite Helluva Boss song? Oh god. It honestly might still be like the You Will Be Okay song all the way back in like season 1 episode 2. Something about that, it just has like a special place in my heart, and I really love that song. Like, I don't know. Someone said about redemption and has been. Last year Vivian said there's someone who'd be truly irredeemable. Who do you think that would be? My bet's on Alistair. So I'm trying to think of which characters are the most in like just who's the most evil character, and I feel like there's a lot of different ways you could go about that question, but I also feel like there's a lot of characters who could be way more evil than we think right now. It's just we don't know it yet because we haven't actually seen it play out yet. I feel like one character who's going to become a lot of a worse person morally in season 2 is going to be Vox, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. Just, I don't know, it's going to be so interesting to see what happens. I feel like all of the V's, one thing I really don't like is when people try to like say, oh, Valentina's like easily the worst of the V's, like the other ones are not even that bad, they're just like, they're not really bad people. It's like, no, they're all horrible people, but like, they're like, if objectively speaking, they're all bad people who do bad things, but that doesn't mean you can't, you have to like dislike the characters. It's like, I don't know, I don't like when people try to like baby their actions. It's like, if you love the characters, that's perfectly fine, but don't try to like say, oh, they didn't do anything wrong. Like they've done bad stuff. Let's be honest. Let me get this out. Oh, I don't have any stamina. It's okay. Sorry, Yoda. I'm trying to. I think the character though that could be like completely irredeemable. Honestly, I think it's gonna be one of the V's. I don't know which one, but it's gonna be one of them. I think Alistair is also a good choice for like who could possibly fit that, but I realistically feel like it's gonna be more one of the V's, considering Vivian also said that they're gonna be the main antagonists of season 2, like especially Vox. So it could be him. I don't really know. Do you think Luna and Bliss short were released on Father's Day this year? You know, I actually didn't think about that. Like, what's it called? Like, I knew that there was gonna be the short. They said coming in like, I believe they said late June, but I actually didn't think about the possibility of it being on Father's Day. That's actually, and considering it's gonna be centered around Blitz and Luna, I feel like that would actually be pretty, like, a good, pretty smart idea. I hope they do that. Let me keep looking at the chat. I need to like catch up because I'm still kind of behind in the chat. Give me a minute to scroll. Someone said, what is your ideas for more like holidays in hell? So I guess you're assuming like how they have like Sinsmiths, like if they'll have any more. I'm trying to remember if they've had other ones. They definitely have. I just probably can't remember off the top of my head right now. But I feel like I'm pretty sure they do have like normal holidays down there. Like they obviously they're just different from the ones up here on Earth. Yeah. Someone said, oh yeah, tomorrow it's already gonna be June tomorrow. Tomorrow's Pride Month. That's awesome. Someone said Pomni looks like one of those flavored candy canes when we were talking about that one edible question. That's hilarious. I love that. Oh, I didn't see that Devani was here earlier. I don't know if you're still here, Devani, but thanks for the congratulations. And also I noticed that you hit 200k too, so I want to say congrats to you too. I don't know if you're still here, but I just want to put it out there. Also, do you think that Razzle will be okay in season 2? I mean, I know that Dazzle did die, which is kind of sad, but I mean that is not kind of sad is honestly an understatement. That's really sad. I don't really know what will happen with Razzle. I feel like Razzle will find a way to still be strong, but like and find a way. I don't want to say replace. Replace is not the right word for that, but like try to still move, like kind of move on, like gradually, but like still obviously like have Dazzle and like their memory like in honor, if that makes sense. I feel like I worded that terribly, but yeah. Someone said, did you have a gotcha face? No, I did not. Nothing wrong with having one. It's just I personally never did. That's not really something I was into when I was like younger. Did you actually play a Juguster game? No, I actually kind of forgot. I'll do that as I'm gonna like I have to like remind myself after this game. I don't know if you're still here, Seven, but I will do it as soon as this game ends. Where is is the other person even still alive? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if the yacht is still here. What are your thoughts on Alistair's past? I mean, I'm confident that season 2 is really gonna go more into depth on that. I feel like Alistair has to have, I feel like, one of the most interesting backstories. Even though we don't know it, I feel like he's a very complex character. And even though he's not, like, my, like, 100% favorite character, I feel like there's no denying that he is a character with a lot of, like, layers. And he's very, like I said, he's very complicated. And I feel like his backstory is going to be definitely one of the most interesting ones to hear about. I know we heard a bit about it, like, obviously in the pilot and from like Mimsy's accounts too, of like his past, but I feel like there's definitely still a lot of stuff about him to learn that we just haven't heard about yet, and that's going to be really interesting in my opinion. Someone said, do you think Lucifer's going to bring a lot of rubber ducks to the hotel when he moves in season 2? You know, that would actually be pretty funny. I feel like if they do that, it's just going to be like one of those like throwaway bits just for like fun, but that would be kind of hilarious just to like see for a moment. Let me run from Poppy and then I'll answer more questions. Oh, this is the last machine. Don't come this way. Okay, good. I've been seeing a lot of questions about like Helluva Boss or Hazbin Hotel. Which one do I like more? I don't really know. I feel like I said, I think I have to say Helluva Boss just because it's been out for longer and it has more content. I just heard the other Yada die. Dude, it's so funny because the sound played in my left ear, but if you remember at the start of the stream, I said I can't hear at all through my left ear because I don't know what happened. They dropped candy in the machine. In the elevator. Oh, there it goes. But, yeah. I feel like I like Helluva Boss more, that's just because it's been out for longer. What kind of role do you think Sir Pentious will have in season 2? I feel like he's gonna try to at least communicate with the hotel to be like, hey, your redemption stuff works. And he's gonna definitely like try to. I really hope they do find a way to establish more communication between like Heaven and Hell, specifically between like Emily and Charlie, because I know Emily does genuinely want to see the hotel work well. I'm gonna die on this floor by the way, just because everyone else died and I don't feel like keep playing. But what's it called? Yeah, I feel like I really hope that what's it called? Oh my god, I completely lost my train of thought. I really hope that God, Emily and Charlie work together more to like promote the idea of redemption to sinners for obviously just those who want it. And I feel like Serpent just is obviously like the perfect example that, hey, this redemption stuff actually works. And I really hope that they can actually keep progressing with that idea and it works. Let me see. Let me play that GeoGuessr game I was talking about. I haven't played GeoGuessr in a bit, but let's do it. It's laggy. Let's do the daily challenge. Why not? Kaz says, "Are you made of cheese?" I forgot. Has been Flow Season 2 coming soon? Yeah, I remember I made a video about the possibility of it coming out this summer, or maybe even later. I don't really know. Oh, there's a dog right here. Hi, dog. I remember making a video about how it's possible that it could release like in the summer, but I don't really know if that's for sure gonna happen. I was going based just off of things the voice actors said and like convention appearances and stuff like that. It's obviously I like stated multiple times in that video that just because I said it's a possibility it could happen doesn't mean that it's for sure gonna happen. But who knows? Dude, I'm like so washed at this game. I'm like looking and I'm like, where? I'm like, oh my god, wait, I gotta like focus. It's been a bit since I played this. Let me keep looking at the chat. Yeah, I also gotta like play this before and like read the chat and like I'll focus on the time on it. Someone said, "Thank you for your work. It's actually thanks to you I discovered Helluva Boss and then branded artist, so you started my obsession." I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I remember really getting into Helluva Boss, like I said, 2 years ago, and it's really cool to hear that like my love for the show has also inspired other people to like check it out and find their own love for the show, and like all the voice actors too. That's great. Someone said, I already answered this question. Someone said, did you have a gacha phase? I said, no, I wasn't really into that when I was like younger, and like I said, there's no shame in having a phase like that, but it's just, that's just personally something that I never really had. Which phone case do you like the most? You're gonna have to elaborate on that question more. If you're talking about like my actual phone case, or if you're talking about like the phone, I know they have like, we've seen all the characters' phone cases in the show. You're gonna have to elaborate on that, please. Yeah. I know this is in the Northern Hemisphere. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like Ukraine or Russia or something. I just don't really know which one, because my brain is kind of off right now. I'm still a little tired because I woke up early for this. Or earlier than I'm used to. 07 said one of the team duels. Yeah, as soon as I... Let me just exit out of this. I don't feel like doing the daily challenge right now. Let me send you an invite. Team duels. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the $1 donation, Crimson. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll play with Sevenry. Okay. Someone said your cat says hi, attacking the screen, making your biscuits. Tell your cat I said hi back. Yeah. Where are we? Malaysia. Are we on the east or west part of it? Frequency. Sorry if I'm a little slow with guessing, Henry. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. Someone said, do you think Blitz is a brony? That's an amazing question. I could see it. I mean, My Little Pony, I remember watching the Friendship is Magic when I was younger and really liking it, so that's something I could definitely see Blitz loving. I really hope he is. I hope that becomes a thing. Blitz being a brony would be amazing. I love that idea. Someone said that I'm their favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. It's Honestly, it's still kind of surreal to hear people like, because I remember like I grew up watching a lot of YouTubers and I was like, oh, this person's my favorite, and it's kind of surreal to hear people say that I'm their favorite YouTuber, but like genuinely, thank you so much. Like that means a lot to me. You guys are still alive? Yeah, I haven't played it as much. Dudus, I haven't played it as much as I used to, but yeah, I feel like it's definitely something that I still like. I'm fairly knowledgeable about. And yeah, I don't know if this is on the. I'll guess over here. I guess just in case. I don't know if it's on the west for sure, or if I'll just cover our ground. But yeah. Oh, it was way up north on the west island. Whoopsies. Someone said, who's your favorite Helluva Boss and Asmonodal character? I already answered this at the start, but I'll answer it again in case you tuned in late. Favorite Helluva Boss is Fizzerali, obviously. He's in my profile picture. And my favorite has been Hotel character is Vox. He's very awesome and cool. Thank you for another $1, Crimson Nick. Really appreciate it. Let me look at more of the messages. You said you'll give me $1 if I guess it wrong. I mean, I don't want to like throw, but I don't know. I feel like I trust 7 Ring. Hold on, let me keep reading these questions. Who will win a family feud? Von Eldritch family or the Morningstars? I don't really know too much about the Von Eldritch family. So I can't really answer that. Dude, that's kind of that's an interesting like crossover concept. Fucking combining like Has Been Hotel and Family Feud. That's kind of hilarious, honestly. Please rate Mastermind 1 to 10. I don't know if you mean the episode or the song. I mean, I really liked both, so I feel like either way, I'd probably give it like a 9 for both. I really liked both the episode and the song, so yeah. I think this is Santa Cruz de la Sierra because it's a pavement. I guess I go to like Ojamamba just in case. Rate Geometry Dash a 1 out of 10. I haven't played Geometry Dash in a long time. I know it's like obviously still has like a very active fan base. It's just I personally haven't touched the game in like a while. I remember I used to have it on my phone like a long time ago. But yeah. Oh, you're talking about the song? Okay, the song is very good. I love the song. I mean the episode I love too, don't get me wrong. I'd say the song, I'd probably give it like a 9.5 maybe. It's really good. I love it. Someone said, do you think Hell has its own version of GeoGuessr? I hope so. That'd be awesome. Yeah, over here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Eric, I know that the Von Eldritch family is like Leviathan and all them. It's just I don't really know too much about like their actual lore. That's the thing. Like obviously I know that Leviathan's Charlie's ex and all that, but I just don't know like I don't know much about them outside of that detail. So yeah. Most absurd Hellaverse fan theories you've heard. Oh god. There's a lot of insane ones that I've seen, like throughout the like past couple of years that I've been in this fandom. I'm trying to think of like the most like. I'm trying to think of ones that are like so bad they're hilarious, but not like some genuinely problematic ones I've seen. Because there have been some ones that are just like downright terrible, but not like in a not even in like a funny way. Oh god. I'm trying to think of like I've covered some. I mean, I know I've covered some funny theories like in my time on here. Like I remember there was like, oh, I thought of a good one. Actually, I remember I made a video about this. I remember there was like especially like around the time the Sinless episode came out. I remember people trying to say that like Millie like cheated on Moxie, and I was like, what, dude? What are you guys talking about? Like one of the like still to this day one of like the most like just bogus theories I've ever heard. It just makes no sense. And it's like, come on, like let's be so for real for a second. Thank you, Sarai Games for the subscribing. But yeah,
I think that's probably like the first one that comes to mind of just like terrible fan theories. Probably like the one where like Millie cheated on Moxie and that's how like she had the kid. Like no, that just didn't happen. Like that's dumb. What are your thoughts about Fizz and Blitz's friendship? Okay, I really want to see more of this like in the show. Like it's not even like a want, it's like a need. I need to see more of this. Like there's so much potential for them to elaborate on that. And I feel like we see it here and there, but it's not like super often or common that it comes up, but like it's just come on, please elaborate more on it. I need to see that, please. Please. That's all I ask, Vivian, please. Should Lucifer pardon Stolas for his crimes in hell if they do a crossover? I hope so. I mean, it's not even, I'm not even like, to be honest, I'm not even like the hugest fan of Stolas as a character, but he's infinitely better than Andrew Elphys. So, please just pardon Stolas, give him his stuff back. We all want that, right? Or when they own, oh actually that would make sense, the LE on the taxi. Let me go back to the start. This is not a big street at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find that. Let me keep looking at the chat. Someone said, do you guys see him? We find a ring of hell you're in. That's awesome. Someone said Emily is Charlie's sister. No, I don't think that's not canon. They're not siblings in any way. I mean, I guess you could say they kind of act like the siblings to one another, but they're not. Is this the street? I don't know. I'll just click over here. I don't even know if I clicked in time. Oh, well, they were way off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Who's your favorite ship in the Hellaverse? I already said this. Okay, I'll give you my answer for each show. Ooh. This sign is upside down. But yeah, I don't know why I zoomed in over there. I'll give you my answer for each show, just because I feel like I can't decide between these two. For Helluva Boss, I already said multiple times. It's Phasmodius. Really, probably like just amazing. I love seeing it on screen every time it comes up. And for Hazbin Hotel, my favorite ship. Ooh, that's a tough one. This might be like a bit of a hot take, but honestly, it's probably Vox and Valentino. I love seeing that one, even though they're both evil, but like sometimes that's what makes it beautiful. Yeah, I agree, Mega Ian, that like the whole Millie cheater theory was like so stupid. I don't really understand how someone even came up with that. It's just dumb. I mean, obviously I remember it wasn't a huge theory, but I just remember like hearing about it, and it's like, dude, come on, like let's use our heads for a moment. Shit, I do not mean to click all the way down there. Someone said, wait, that place is next to it. Yeah, I was. Wow. Okay, Sevenry's just the goat. Okay. I'm like getting carried over here because I'm like not like I don't have my full attention on the game because I'm reading the chat too. Oh my god, I just got carried. Let me keep reading the questions. I think someone said that you think they did make out at the end of episode 6 and 2. I'm sure you're talking about what's it called? I'm sure you're talking about like Blitz and Fizz. You know, I wouldn't put it past them. I think it's possible. You know what? I hope that didn't happen. That'd be awesome. Do you think we'll see the Lucifer theme park in Hazbin Hotel? I feel like it has to come up. It's been mentioned in Helluva Boss. I feel like it has to be brought up. I still have Danny's rolled open. I just realized. Let me close that out. I was realizing that I just kept hearing the sounds from it. Let me close that out. But yeah, like I really hope we do get to see like the whole like actual Lulu world, not like the knockoff Lulu land that we saw in like the early Helluva Boss. I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see, I guess. Do you think we'll get a new show of Hell in a different ring? I mean, I guess that's what like Helluva Boss was for. Helluva Boss, we've seen every ring in there. I don't think they'd make a whole new show just for a separate ring. That doesn't seem like the most logical. Maybe that's just me. Obviously, I'm not trying to rule it out. I feel like it could still happen, and I'd still be happy because new content's always new content. But I just don't really imagine that being super realistic. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Someone said, "Do you have a husband?" Or tell her Helluva Boss OC. I actually don't. Um, I'd love to make one, but I can't really draw, so I'd have to get someone else to draw it for me. I do have my own like regular OC that I use for like that's just like my own character, but what's it called? Like I don't have like an actual Hellaverse OC. It's something I'd love to um maybe I could try to get that sorted out. But I have to like contact one of my friends who can actually draw. Oh, it was like in the middle of what we guessed. If Lucifer was the mastermind, Crooked will we do? I think he'd at least have more sense than like Satan, obviously. Because that dude was very just easy to get it over with and not really like put full effort and fairness into that verdict. I feel like, I don't know. I think Lucifer would have more sense. That's a complex word. Are we in like... We're in like Australia or like New Zealand or something. Kind of looks like it. So when you do get it, can you send me a transparent picture? Yeah, if I do make an OC... Oh my god, I just noticed the camera quality got horrible. If I do make an OC, I'll probably like post about it and send like the photos, obviously. So, yeah, that would be really cool though. If I do, I'd really love to see that. Someone's okay. Are you free of taking friend requests on Discord? I don't. I do get a lot of friend requests, so I might not accept all of them. I usually try to make it to people I at least like somewhat know. But I mean, it's if you want to send one, you can. I might accept it. It's just I get a lot, so if I was just saying if I don't accept it, don't be like the most surprised. Okay, I think I finally caught up. Oh wait, never mind. Do you like the concept of yogurt being the opposite of Satan? You know, that's actually really cool. I hope more gets explored with that dynamic. Yogurt's like a kind of a I know we've only seen him for like a very small moments, but seems like a chill person. You never know. Oh my god. Sorry, I just had a yawn. Oh, I guess we're going to New Zealand. I guess I'll go a little more up. I mean, it could also be North Island, but you know, I'll go a little more up just in case. Oh, there's water east. Oh, well, they didn't guess, so we won. I think they gave up. I was not paying attention to that. That's my fault. Whoopsies. Someone said, "Are you smart in Geoguessr?" I'm like, I haven't been playing it a lot lately, so I might not be as good as I used to be, but I'm like level 90 something in this game. I feel like Seven is better than me though. Like, to be honest, yeah. I feel like the only reason I might not be doing as well as I usually do is because I'm trying to focus on both the chat and like the game at once, which is it's not as easy as it looks. But yeah. Oh. Just want to figure something. Yeah, Seven, you do play a lot more than me. I haven't been playing that much lately, which is that's my fault. But I should honestly get back into it. It's just I haven't had a ton of time. I've been more grinding on like Danny's role and also just like making YouTube videos and stuff like that. How's your day going? My day is going pretty alright. I mean, I only woke up like maybe like an hour before I started the stream. It's just that Yeah, I mean, I started the stream at like 10 in the morning for me, and I usually wake up at like 9. I usually honestly wake up at 10 in the morning on weekends. But, like, I woke up a little bit earlier just to start this earlier. Just because I wanted to start it a little earlier just because I know some people might be in later time zones, like maybe if they're in like Europe or something like that. So I didn't want to have it be like super late for them. Um, do you listen to electronic music? Yeah, I have like a. I feel like if you look at my music playlists on like my Spotify, I have it's a pretty interesting variety. I feel like it's mostly like electronic, but there's also like a pretty good presence of like pop and like rock and metal stuff on there. I'm pretty open to a lot of things. Like I feel like there's some stuff I'm not really into. Like I'm not really like a fan of like country music at all, but like I feel like there's definitely like a pretty interesting variety of stuff on my playlist if you do take a look at it. Um, have you watched the Lilo and Stitch movie 2025? No, I have not. I didn't really have any plans to watch it. So, that if you want me to watch it, maybe I can. But again, like I said this already multiple times, I have a long list of things I want to watch. So that includes like both shows and movies. So it might take me a bit, especially because I have a really bad habit of accidentally being like lazy, and I might. So if I put it off on accident, my apologies. But yeah. Favorite Helluva short of 2024. Oh God. Okay. This might be an unpopular opinion, but my favorite of the Helluva Boss shorts. Why did those people guess like Bangladesh? I just noticed that. Anyways, my favorite of the Helluva Boss shorts. Okay. Actually, it's between two of them. One of them's like a very popular opinion, and the other one's kind of unpopular. It's either like, okay, the safe pick I could say would be the first one, Hell's Bells. I really love that one, sing Sally Mae for the first time in like years. But another one that I really loved more than the average person probably liked was the one with Emberlyn. I have a soft spot for that one. That one was really funny. I loved that for some reason. Might be a bit of an unpopular opinion considering Emberlyn's kind of a bit eccentric in the way she acts, but you know, I enjoyed it. Is this not Argentina? Is there? It's one of those things that, like the Emberlyn one is like it you could say it's cringe, but honestly I thought it was funny. Like it like embraces that like feeling so well, and like, oh my God. Okay, there were some things I missed. Let me scroll back up. Do you have a favorite artist? My favorite music artist is probably, I don't know if any, I'm pretty sure some of you might have heard of them, but my favorite music artist is probably Violet Pony. They have a lot of really good like stuff. I remember they like last year they put out one of my favorite albums of last year, Monarch of Monsters, and also in 2021 they had a really good album too. It was called like Key Marks, and it was like really good, like genuinely wonderful listening experience all the way through. Have you listened to Wander of Thought by F777? I might have. I know of F777. I haven't. I don't know if I've listened to that song specifically though. But I'll put it like in my playlist later. Opinions on Run This, very good artist. I feel like I did like the music a little more, but I still really like the direction they're taking with their music. Will you watch Dragon Trainer live action? I haven't really heard about that, so I don't know for sure. But yeah, maybe I'll get around to it. I'll keep scrolling. What is your favorite? Okay, another favorite character question. I already answered this, so I'll just say it again quickly. Favorite character in Helluva Boss is Fizrali. Favorite character in Hasmond Hills Vox. What about the artist Waterflame? I've heard of Waterflame a bit. I've listened to maybe like a couple of their songs. Not the most familiar with their stuff, so I can't really offer a favorite song, but I've heard some of their stuff. It's alright. Same with Boom Kitty. Like I've heard some of their stuff, but again, I'm not the most familiar with them as an artist. I know they're like mainly like with like the like Geometry Dash side of the community though. So yeah. What's my favorite YouTuber? Okay, give me a minute to think, because I have some candidates that obviously like almost immediately come to mind. Um, one of this one YouTuber I really like a lot who uploads like content about like dark stuff on the internet. His name is like Nick Crowley. I really love like his videos are always really like entertaining and interesting to watch. I love his videos. Who else could I offer as candidates? I mean, we're playing. Wait, let me like click play again. I'm sorry for like that taking so long, Sumnery. Um, if we're talking about like there's this one GeoGuess YouTuber I also really like. His name is Zigzag. I think his videos are really well done. Who else can I say? Oh, another really good candidate. There's this one like YouTuber I watch who like does videos of like traveling to a lot of different places around the world. His name is Drew Binsky. I love watching his videos just because I love seeing like a lot of different places around the world. It's really interesting to watch. I think those are like the main three that come to mind. Obviously, I could list people like obviously I could have taken the easy way out and said someone just like vivziepop, but I feel like in terms of ones that I like regularly like often come back to, those three, or maybe I could say four. I'll just say like obviously vivziepop, Nick Crowley, Drabinski, and Zigzag. Those are like the four ones I mainly come back to the most. Which angels do you like the most, the Gaslight District or Hazbin Hotel? I don't know. I feel like that's hard. It's not really a fair judgment because Gaslight District only has one episode. So I'd probably just say Hazbin Hotel for now. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to see when it gets more developed. But I think I'll just for now I'll say Hazbin Hotel. But that could obviously change in the future. Someone said, you know NCS. Yeah, I used to love NCS. I mean, I still listen to some of their stuff now, but I used to be like, I was all over that back then. Like, that was like the main thing I listened to in like maybe like the mid to late 2010s. Like honestly, like if you look at like if you look at like my videos even on my channel right now and so right oldest, you'll find a lot of stuff relating to like NCS because that was what I started making content on back like. At least on this channel, like 5 years ago. Even on some of my older channels, there was a lot of presence of that. What's your favorite character in the Gaslight District? Probably honestly, this is a safe answer, but probably just Mel. I feel like even though she's the main character, I mean, it's really. I feel like it's hard for me to decide a favorite character based off of just one episode. Like, I don't really know. It's like. Sure, we've seen like all these characters in action already because there's already one episode out, but it's just like it's just one episode. I feel like right now though I probably have to say Mel. Just it's like this, it's the safe answer, but I don't really know who else I'd answer to that question. Do you play video games? If yes, it's your video game. I don't play video games as much as a lot of other people do. To be honest, most of the time I only play video games when I'm playing by myself. But or not when I'm playing with friends. Sorry, I worded that terribly. Most of the time when I play video games, it's when I play with friends. But the only game I really do play by myself is like, and obviously this is not very often considering it's there hasn't been any new updates for a while. But like probably either like Undertale or Deltarune because I know Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 is coming out next week, and I talked about this earlier in the start of the stream. But if I've honestly been thinking about doing a live stream on Wednesday. Where I like probably even earlier than this one, where I played Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 on live, and I think that'd be really cool to do just because it's something I'm really interested in, and I want to see how long it takes me to get through it. I'm expecting that stream to be way longer than this one, but yeah. Favorite character from your childhood. I'm assuming you're talking about like stuff that like I watched or was really into when I was growing up, and like that was my favorite. I mean, like I said, my favorite cartoon when I was younger has always been like Steven Universe, and it's still probably my favorite cartoon to this day. So, and my favorite Steven Universe character, I know it's a safe answer, but it's probably Peridot, just because Peridot's like she's so silly, she's so funny, so I'd probably have to go with that as my answer. Live, laugh, love, Peridot. Hold on, let me scroll down in the chat. Someone said, do you think Michael Kovac is the Mel Blanc of indie animation? You know, I actually haven't thought of it that way, but that's kind of funny. I kind of agree with that now. I understand that. I see 2 people asking my favorite Sonic characters. Let me quickly guess where somebody's clicking. I see a lot of people asking about my favorite Sonic characters. I actually don't really know. I'm not like the most into Sonic. I mean, I watched like the most recent thing I probably like tuned into for Sonic was like the movies about it, and those are really good. I don't know who my favorite character is though. Sorry, I don't really have an answer to that question, but I can tell you that I really did like the movies. I really liked the most recent one. It was really interesting, and like it ended on a crazy cliffhanger, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait for the next one. I don't remember when they said it was coming out, but I can't wait. Favorite Glitch Productions show. Honestly, probably just at this point, probably Digital Circus. But I could totally see that answer changing in the future because I know, like, obviously Gaslight District only has 1 episode out, so that could easily change if it does end up becoming amazing. And same with their upcoming show later this year, Knights of Guinevere. I feel like that has a lot of potential too, especially considering it's made by the same person who made The Owl House, and I really loved The Owl House. So yeah. Oh, you gotta add what I was saying. My favorite childhood character. I just said Peridot from Steven Universe probably because she's so awesome. I love her. What's your opinion on the Switch 2? I don't really play Switch, so I feel like my answer to that might not be as wait. Sorry, I had to like lock in. It's like somewhere between here because I see the city name and the city name right here. Oh, okay. Well, it's way more east. Or, sorry, west. I'm sorry. I'm tired. But yeah, I feel like I know like my dad plays on his Nintendo Switch a lot, and I know he's probably gonna get the Switch too. So maybe I could ask him to play it for a bit. Have you played PvZ Garden Warfare 2? No, I have not. I've never. Okay, this might sound a little crazy. Oh, actually, oh yeah, this is Sri Lanka. Sorry. You're right. I'm a little slow. What's it called? I've never played a Plants vs. Zombies game. That might sound a little crazy. But, yeah. Sorry about that. I can't really offer an opinion on it. Favorite The Owl House character. Ooh. Oh my god. I used to have such, like, an easy answer to this, like, back then. But I, like... Hold on. Give me a minute to think. Oh, okay. See you, 7 me. I'll probably go back to playing Roblox for now. Thank you, Ren Rivera, for subscribing. Let me think of it. Favorite Owl House character. Oh my god, why is that so hard for me to think of all of a sudden? I used to have like such an easy answer to that. Oh god. Okay, I remember really liking Lilith a lot. I thought she was really cool. Like, I love that whole like vibe she had. She was like, it's like she was like nerdy, but like I loved it. And but I don't know if she's my favorite. Oh god. Give me a minute to think. My brain is like, I'm not saying that username out loud, but thank you for subscribing. What's it called? I can't think of my favorite Owl House character, dude. My brain is like, oh yeah, oh god. Hunter was cool, but I feel like he wasn't. I know for a fact he was never my favorite, but I know I remember him being cool. Oh, I liked King a lot too. King was really nice. Like, oh, also the Collector. Oh, wait, I just thought of my real favorite. Hold on. Actually, wait. Okay, no, it's gonna be a tie. It's either gonna be Wait. No, okay, wait. I just locked in. I just remembered the real answer. Okay, my real favorite, like, actually, is probably Rain Whispers. Like, they're like one of the coolest. They're probably my favorite character in the Owl House. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. I used to be able. I haven't watched Owl House since it ended, and I used to be able to like just say that off the top of my head. But yeah. Yeah, Rain is definitely my favorite Owl House character. They're the coolest. Let me go back into this game. Speaking of Steven Universe, did you know that Mimsy and Spin have the same English voice actor? Yes, I did know that. I was so excited. I remember seeing when they announced the lineup for the husband to voice actors, and I saw Sarah Styles, and I'm like, oh wait, that's the girl who did Spinel. I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome. And I was like, dude, hell yeah. But yeah, that's amazing. What are your top 5 Helluva Boss episodes? Oh god, I can tell you my top 3. I gotta think of a 4th and 5th place though. I know my top 3 are like Sensmiss, Oops, and the Mammon episode. What would 4th and 5th be? Oh god, give me a minute. Let me think. Okay, 4th and 5th would probably be, I don't know which one would be 4th and which one would be 5th, but probably like Mastermind and either like Aussies or Truth Seekers. Maybe. I honestly really like season 2 a lot more than I liked season 1. I still loved season 1, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like season 2 had a lot more things that were like intense and like, enjoyable for things I love to see in cartoons. But yeah, I don't really know. I know Mastermind would be in there. I'd probably have to go with Aussies. I'm just biased towards a lot. I'm biased like in favor of a lot of the the Fizz and Aussie episodes. Those are just my favorites. I'm trying to think of, yeah, I think those are probably my top 5. I don't know what the order would be, but those are definitely my top 5. Let me see. Let me keep going. Do you like new merchandise for Murder Drones? Okay. What's it called? I know they've been releasing a ton of new Murder Drones merch. Like I know they've had some at Hot Topic. Some of it, a lot of it's really cool. I honestly was thinking about making a video about like all the like the new like Murder Drones merch, but I'll have to get around to it. I want to make a video about like all the Has Been Untold Pride merch at Hot Topic first, but I'll try to get around to it. Also, which character should I play as? Here's all the ones that I have. Which one should I play as? Oh, I can't even show them all on screen at once, but like, there. Which one should I play as? Let me keep reading. Are you free of taking friend requests in Roblox? I don't really accept friend requests on Roblox from people I don't know, just because I don't want to have like I don't want to be like trying to join my friends and there's like a ton of people. But yeah. So I might not accept your friend request on Roblox. Sorry, but yeah. Oh, has Steven in Italian? Steven Universe and Angel just have the same voice actor. You know, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of hard to imagine, but I trust you. Maybe someone could fact check that. Any Italians can fact check that, but I trust you. Someone said, how old are you? I'm 18. In August, I turn 19. That's kind of crazy. I'm getting old. No, but like for real. Yeah, right now I'm 18, and then in like middle of August, I turn 19. Someone said, are you gonna watch Lackadaisy episode 1 if it comes out this year? You know, I actually never watched the Lackadaisy pilot. I gotta watch that. Yeah. Sorry, it took me a while. I'll get around to it. Trust me. Sorry. I'll get around to it. Someone said, yo, Shelly. I mean, I play this game a lot with my friends. I feel like Shelly's not super hard to get. But, yeah. Someone said they just got the Luna Pride merch on Hot Topic. That's awesome. I haven't went to Hot Topic since they released the Pride merch. I'm going to go sometime this coming week. The reason why I didn't go is because I was trying to save my money because I wanted to buy concert tickets. And I didn't want to, like, blow all my money on merch right before I buy tickets to a concert. But I still have money left over. So I'm going to go soon. Yes, I still have to get... Should I play Roger so I can get my Roger mastery done? Because I have mastery on every character I own except for Roger. I'll do Roger. Okay.
Someone told me to go outside and touch grass. I go outside for a walk like most days in the week. So, your mission accomplished, I guess. Instead if Robin Williams was alive, do you think he'd be a good Lucifer? Maybe. I don't really know. I know who Robin Williams is, and I know what he sounds like. It's just I don't know if he'd be the most fit for Lucifer as a character. You know, maybe. I'm not ruling it out. It's possible, possibly. I don't know. Penny, come over here. Okay. Okay. I've seen this question asked like 100 times. My favorite Hasbro character is Vox. Shouldn't be a surprise if you know anything about me. Yes, Vox is my favorite Hasbro character. What's my album of the year so far? Okay. Let me try to think. I don't know if I have a number one, but I do have some candidates for album of the year. So let me like look through my Spotify real quick on my phone. Give me a second. What albums have I been like tuning into this year a lot? Okay. Okay, there's this one album that came out literally yesterday, and I really liked it. It was called Digital Dreamscape by Desks. And it was really interesting, like electronic storytelling kind of experience. I loved it a lot. Also another one, if you want another genre, there's like this one like rock metal fusion album that came out like a month ago called Skeletop by Ghost. I really liked that one. What else? There was an album like a kind of like a hyperpop type-ish album. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was called. I know it was by an artist called Gabby Start. I believe the album was called like STEM. I really liked that one. A lot of the albums I listen to, I mean, I know like Ghost is a big band, but a lot of the other stuff I listen to is by like a lot of small artists. Oh, I thought of another one. I liked it wasn't like my favorite album by them, but I liked Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover, if any of you know that album. I'm trying to think of more albums I liked this year. I just know Penny's not in my game anymore. Oh god. I'm scrolling through my Spotify right now. I think those are the main ones that I said. Oh, I remember one of my friends, their name is Sense of Self. They put out an album called Sentimental last week, and I really liked it. So I think my I don't know which one number one, but my answers would be Skeleton by Ghost, Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover, Sentimental by Sense of Self, Digital Dreamscape by Desks, STEM by Gabby Start. Those are definitely like probably top 5 this year. Any opinions on the Helluva controversies? I mean, I feel like this show has had its fair share of incidents and controversies, like any fandom does. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on most of them. It's just one of those things where it's like some people just need to like know when to stop. Online people take stuff too far, and it's just like give it a rest. I feel like a lot of the controversies are it's like it just starts from something small and then it gets blown out of proportion. But yeah, I guess there's nothing you can do about that. Favorite another question. Okay, I've already answered this. My favorite Hasbro character is Vox. I'm not gonna answer it again. I'm gonna like have to put a thing on screen saying like frequently asked questions, and it's like my favorite characters, my favorite ships. I'm not mad, but it's just like I keep seeing that question. It's like, you know, I already answered that. I mean, have you watched the Zipped Up pilot? No, I have not. I that name sounds familiar. I haven't watched it though, and I don't really know anything about it, so I could get into that. I'll have to put it on my list because I have a lot of stuff I want to watch, so I'll keep that in mind. What would you like to see in season 3 of Helluva Boss? Oh my god, there's a lot I want to see. Obviously, I want to see more Fizz and Ozzy moments. I want to see, like, I'm really curious as to what Moxie and Millie's kid is going to be like. That's
that's something that I really am still surprised that happened. I mean, I guess I'm not. Did I just use all 3 gumballs and they were all stealth? That's so dumb. Anyways, yeah, I really want to see what their like I said, I really want to see what their kids can be like. I'm still, I guess it's not the most surprising that they're having a kid, but it's just like it kind of caught me off guard when it happened. But yeah, what else do I want to see? Obviously, I want to see more stuff of Octavia being independent. I feel like she's kind of grown to be her own, like she's growing to be more of like an on her own character, considering for her whole life she's basically been kind of sheltered and like never really had the most interaction with others, like her age. So I feel like her becoming more independent and not giving a damn about what others think about her is awesome. What else? I feel like those are like the main things that I want to see. What I said. What do you think about the Has-Been and Helluva crossover, and will you be buying any Pride merch? I totally missed the skill check because I was reading that question. The crossover is going to be insane. I made a whole video talking about that after the stream. You can check that out if you want. But yeah, I made a whole video talking about like what I thought about the crossover, and I think it's going to be really cool to see. Like, it's something that we've all been waiting for. And yeah. And for the Pride merch, like I said, I haven't bought any yet just because like when they released it, I was saving up for like concert tickets. But now that I bought the tickets already, I'm gonna be what's it called? Can we take a moment to look at this? What this dude is selling? This is so horrible, dude. Get a load of this guy. Anyways, but yeah, now that I bought those concert tickets, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna look into getting some of the Pride merch. I haven't actually been to Hot Topic since they released it, but I'm gonna probably go sometime within the next week and take a look at that because that'll be really cool. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry about that. Favorite movie? I don't know actually. I feel like I haven't watched a ton of movies lately. That's a hard question for me. Ooh, I'll get back to you on that one. That's a tough one. I mean, because I don't want to say just like a movie that's like an adaptation of a cartoon that I like, because obviously I could take like the easy route and just say something like the Steven Universe movie, but I don't really know. I'm trying to think of like something that's like a standalone movie by itself that I really enjoyed. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. Favorite ring in the Hellaverse? Favorite ring? I don't know. I feel like they all. I mean, some of them we haven't seen yet. I feel like I could obviously just say like the Pride ring because it has the most stuff that we've seen. Pride ring's really cool. Also like Ozzy's ring, like the Lust ring. It looks really cool down there. Same with, okay, I really like the color scheme of like the what's it called, the sloth ring with like it's all like the pink tones and all that, like where the Belphegor runs. That looks really cool. So I don't know. I think I'd probably for now just have to say the Pride ring. I know that's like the obvious answer, but yeah, I'd probably have to go that. With my favorite song of the year, I mean, go back to Spotify. I don't oh god, that's tough. Dude, I wish like I could play like, because when I was talking about albums of the year, I wish I could like play this like snippets of it, but I don't want this thing to get like copyrighted. I'm trying to think, what song have I listened to a lot this year? I remember one song, I don't know if it's my favorite song of the year, but one song I really loved was Pop Life by Umru and Underscores, because Underscores is like one of my favorite like artists at the moment, and I really loved their song with Umru. What are other songs? Oh, another one I thought of is it's called Hyper Voice by Yuffie and Shelbert. I really liked that one. It's like this really weird like melodic like hyper like dubstep kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really nice and I loved it. What else have I really enjoyed from this year? I'm trying to like remember off the top of my head. Oh,
there was this song that came out at the very start of this year. It was called "I'm Fine" by Renipla. It's like kind of like this. It's like underground, like indie type thing, but it's a little experimental, but it's like really good. I love if you want like a really good underground artist who makes like really good storytelling in their songs, listen to Renipla's music. Their stuff is so good. What else? If there's anything I can think off the top of my head. Those are like the main three that I'll have to say right now. There's probably more stuff that I just am forgetting, but those are some good stuff that I don't want to like dwell on the question for too long. Those are like the main three that come to my head. I think my number one though would probably be like I said. Well, let me look at like SoundCloud too. Actually, I'm staying on this question for a bit. I know a really good one that came out. This one was there's this compilation album that came out recently called Create Together Volume 5. It was hosted by the music community Bitbird. I don't know if anyone knows about that, but they had like two songs that I really liked. One of them was called like Intertwined. It was by like three artists. One of them was like Adam Daylight, which I really liked their music, and another one was called Pet by Lilybug, which I really liked. Those are really good. Obviously a lot of the songs from like the albums I listed earlier, like if you weren't here when I said my favorite albums, when someone asked me my favorite albums, I answered what were my answers, like Skeleton by Ghost, Revenge Seekers by Gene Remover, Stem by Gabby Start. What else did I say? I said like 5 albums and I like already forgot all of them. Digital Dreamscape by Desks. And there's one more, but I can't think of it right now because my brain is like, I already blanked out. Sorry, I'm like tired right now. But yeah, those are the main ones that I said. Someone said that I'm the favorite YouTuber because I read the chat. Thank you so much. That like genuinely, like I said this earlier, it's still kind of surreal to hear people say that I'm their favorite YouTuber, because I remember like growing up and thinking like, oh, all these like big YouTubers, like some of my favorite ones that I watch, and it's like hearing someone say that maybe is kind of flattering, but like it genuinely means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Have you watched Murder Drones since it's on Prime? I watched Murder Drones fully like a while back. I think when it like around the time when it ended. Oh, actually, wait, no. Okay, I watched Murder Drones episodes 1 through 6 when like episode 6 was the latest one. I never actually watched 7 and 8. And honestly, I don't have the greatest memory of everything that went on because the plot was a little hard for me to keep up with. But now that it's on Prime, I really do want to actually fully watch through it again. So, it'll take me some time to get back to it. I think Murder Drones is honestly really high on my list of shows I want to rewatch, especially since I never actually finished it, which is kind of my fault, I will admit that. But I'll get into it, trust me. Especially because it's like, it's one of those shows where it's like I said, I watched 1 through 6 when they came out, like episodes 1 through 6. I didn't get around to watching 7 and 8, but yeah. Oh yeah, Prime Video does have ads, which is dumb, but YouTube has ads too. So I guess it's a lose-lose situation. Someone said, have you listened to Good Rage by Ebony Mayo? No, I have not. I'll listen to it later. I'll add it to my... I remember there's another song that someone recommended earlier. I'll write those both down just so I can listen to both of them. Let me like focus on this game. It's been like 30 minutes. I'm on like floor 2 still because I haven't been paying attention. Why is Roger so slow? Someone said they just got an ad after we were just talking about like ads on like Prime Video and all. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think we all hate ads. Now, you know what the worst thing is like ever when you're watching a video and they'll say something like, especially when it's like a video essay where they're like explaining something and they'll explain something like crazy, but right before they say the crazy thing they put an ad, and it's like, dude, just say it, come on. Also, yeah, it's another thing that's annoying when it's like
the ads are like super long, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, I know they've been cracking down on ad blockers. It's like, come on, like just let me get rid of these ads. I don't want to see this. Someone said you can pay $3 in Prime Video to not have ads. Honestly, I'm not paying extra just to remove the ads. Like, as much as I hate the ads, I'm not about to like give more of my money to them. Like, I'd rather just deal with it. Episode of Helluva Boss you find to be overrated. Ooh. Let me think. Okay, there's two that come to mind. Actually, wait, let me think. Let me like rethink that before I like say something that's like not even actually what I think. Okay, I think an episode of Helluva Boss that I saw a lot of people liking that I wasn't really the hugest fan of was the full moon. It wasn't a bad episode by any means. It's just I feel like it didn't really live up to the hype in my mind. I just didn't really like the way it ended either. It's like it just didn't really feel right. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But like full moon, it could have been a lot better of an episode. Like I mean obviously I'm not trying to say that like the creators did a bad job, because it's like there were some parts of the episode I did really like still, but it's just I feel like the ending wasn't really satisfying to me. It's just like I feel like another thing that I really didn't like is like how the show, maybe this is just me like overanalyzing it, but I felt like the show tried to make Blitz look like the bad guy and Stolas look like the one who's like the good guy. It's like I didn't really like that. I think Stolas was the one who is like definitely in the wrong in the full moon, and I didn't really like how the show tried to make it seem like it was the other way around. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but obviously I'm not trying to like criticize the show or say it's like a bad show or anything. It's just I feel like every show obviously has its flaws, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with talking about those. Yeah, exactly. Like Blitz was fully in the right. Like I don't really get how people tried to make Stolas look like the good guy. It's like, dude, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't want to get too riled up talking about like Helluva Boss discourse, but yeah. Full Moon is probably, in my opinion, the only episode I'd say is like genuinely overrated, where it's like I didn't really like it, but I saw a lot of people like it. Oh shit. The Martha and Miss Mayberry controversy. You're gonna have to elaborate on that because I don't really know what you're talking about, to be honest. Yeah. How did you become popular? I mean, I've had my channel for a while. I think the first time I started gaining a lot of subscribers was in like 2022, but it wasn't through Hellaverse content. It was from like Owl House and Amphibia content. Actually, no, it was at the end of 2021, like in October, when Amphibia season 3 had just started, and I started making videos about it, and that's when I first hit like 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, that was like insane to me at the time. But yeah, and then like in spring of 2022, that's when I started making more Owl House and Amphibia videos, and I really started growing my channel. Like what's it called? Amphibia is really good. You have to finish it. But yeah, like that's when I really started growing my channel. I think I remember hitting 10,000 subscribers in the spring of 2022, and I was like amazed. I mean, obviously that's still like a huge accomplishment, but it's like it's just crazy to think like how far I've made it even now. And it's like I only started moving to Hellaverse content in like the summer of 2023, I want to say, because Owl House and Amphibia had both ended by then, and I really wanted something new that I could move on to that I also really enjoyed. So I was like, you know what, I remember when the Unhappy Campers episode came out, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna, oh wait, no, actually no, my first Hellaverse video was before that. It was right after the Queen Bee episode came out, and I forgot what it was. It was like a stupid video where it's like Helluva Boss season 1 out of context, and it was like a badly made video. I don't even know if the video's still up. I might have deleted it now. But I remember another early on Hellaverse video that I made was like Helluva Boss season 1, but only when someone swears, where I like cut up all the episodes to where it's like only the swear words, and I thought that was like the funniest thing ever at the time. I know that video's still up. I'm pretty sure it's age restricted, but I know for a fact it's still up. So after this stream, you can go check that out if you want. But yeah, I remember that was like hilarious when I posted that. And then I just kept growing my channel after that. I think the first time my channel really started blowing up again after the whole Amphibia House craze was when I started uploading like lyric videos. Because I remember I uploaded one for the Unhappy Campers episode with like that one like song that Millie sang on stage. That video didn't do crazy well in terms of views. But then when the Oops episode and the Nama musical episode came out and I uploaded the lyric videos for those, that was when my channel really started taking off. And then also considering Has Been Until Season 1 was like just about to come out at that time, and I started promoting like all the teasers and stuff like that, that's what really helped. And I'm honestly really grateful for that, because even though it was a lot of chaotic stuff, like especially like in the Discord server back when Has Been Until Season 1 came out, there's a lot of really awesome people that I met through that. So I'm like grateful for it in a way. Someone said they're almost at 400 subscribers. Hopefully you can get that. You can do it. I believe in you. Someone said Unhappy Campers is the worst episode of Helluva Boss. I can see why someone would say that. I don't really think that it's the worst one though. I feel like there's probably some random episode from season 1 that's just worse. Not because it's a bad episode, but just because it's not really interesting at all. But I can understand that. Why someone would think that. Someone said a lot of people are upset that in the Pride merch, Miss Mayberry comes out as a lesbian, and people argue that she was married and would be more bi than lesbian. I mean, she could always have just, like, I don't think that really makes sense as an argument. I feel like you could always just, like, she could have just been, like, still trying to fully discover her sexuality. I don't really think that just because she was in a marriage with a man, that doesn't mean she can't be a lesbian. I feel like maybe she was still figuring stuff out. And even then, it's been a while since from when that whole thing happened and to now. I feel like she's had a lot of time to grow as a character behind the scenes, even though we haven't really seen her a lot. That doesn't mean she hasn't been growing as a character behind the scenes. I feel like people questioning her sexuality, saying it doesn't make sense for her to be lesbian, I feel like the people who say that don't really make sense. Like, there's been a lot of opportunities for her to grow as a character. And, yeah. Someone said, do you still have the swears only videos? Yes. All the, like, Has Been Hotel or Helluva Boss, but the only when they swear videos, those are still up on my channel. Some of them might be age restricted, so that sucks. But, they are definitely still up where you can watch them. Someone said the only thing good out of Unhappy Campers was Barbie Wire. I really hope we get to see Barbie Wire again. She's a character with a ton of potential, and I just can't wait to see whenever she's like back on screen. That'll be awesome. I said the cherubs in season 1 were unbearable. I hated their episode. Cherubs are okay. I feel like the episode had a really interesting plot line, but I can definitely understand how one could say the cherubs were annoying. What's it called? The only cherub that I really liked was the what's his name? Calden, like the purple like one. I missed the skill check because I wasn't paying attention to the game, but yeah, I liked Colin. Colin was cool. But I don't really like the other ones. They were kind of annoying. Like what were their names? Oh god. I'm like blanking out right now. I know there's Cletus, and I forgot the other one, but like the yellow like one. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but yeah. Someone said, have you listened to Unity by the Fat Rat? Yes, that's a classic song. I feel like a lot of people have heard that one. It's been a while since I've listened to it, and I probably won't. Honestly, it's one of those things I probably only like nowadays because of like the nostalgia factor, but I did like it a lot when I was like a decade ago or so. What do you thought about Blitz and Charlie? I mean, as characters individually, they're cool. I don't know what you're asking. I mean, I guess if they were to interact, like maybe if like when the crossover does happen. Where's the last machine at? Am I like dumb? But I think more interactions between them would be cool. I mean, I know if we saw them interact briefly in the crossover, and like where they in the crossover announcement. Sorry, not the oh god, I gotta run. Yeah, in the announcement for the crossover, we saw them interact a bit. But Yeah, that'd be cool to see more of. I just remember they were on that whole rant. Oh shit. On that whole rant about how animation takes a long time or whatever they were saying. I mean, it's true, but it's funny the way they were saying it. Dude, I can't even get off the skill check. What is this game? Oh, how would they be good friends? I mean, I feel like they could definitely... I feel like in some way they could get along. I mean, they're not really like similar characters that well, but I feel like they could definitely get along, you know? I don't know. It's really their interactions are pretty funny in the announcement for the crossover and how like Helluva Boss is coming to Prime Video. That was pretty cool to see. And that just makes me even more excited for like when the crossovers do happen. Not even just because of like just because I not even just because of to see like characters like Charlie and Blitz, and actually all the potential interactions that could happen as a result. It's just such like an interesting concept, and I just can't wait for that. I almost ran into Shrimp and died immediately. Give me an easy demon in Geometry Dash and I beat it. I haven't played Geometry Dash in a while, so I don't really remember a lot of the names of like levels and stuff like that. I mean, I know there's like obviously like infinite like fan created levels, but I'm not really that knowledgeable on that stuff, so I can't really help you with that. I'm sorry. Trust me, I would help you if I could, but I'm not the most knowledgeable on that. Wait 1 second, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had to like, I was looking at something real quick. What would be Blitz's favorite My Little Pony character? He seems like the type of person to watch that. Yes. What is favorite character? Oh god. I don't know. I'm trying to think like specifically from like the main 6. Oh god. That's a tough one. I'll get back to you on that. I wouldn't say I left the Geometry Dash community because I was never really in the community to begin with. It's like, I only really like played it a little bit just for fun, like many years ago, but, I was never really in the community. I just like played it like a little bit here and there back then. So, I don't know. Sorry for if I wasn't talking. I was like checking something that's happening in another Discord server I'm in. Let me keep looking at the questions. Can I send you my OC streaming card? Yeah, sure, go for it. I'll take a look at that. Bronies are so cool. Dude, that's so real. I hate like the I hate how like people I hate how people like view bronies like so negatively all the time, because it's like, sure, there's been some bad incidents in the past, but that doesn't mean like everyone's like that. Like, I personally think My Little Pony's awesome. Like, it's a really cool show, really cool stuff, really cool lore. But yeah. Oh yeah, I think Blitz would like Pinkie Pie. I agree with that. Hold on, I'm trying to run from this fucking. Oh, wait, I have a band-aid. I almost forgot about that. I like could have died. I wasn't looking. I did not see Cosmo. I was looking at the chat. You know, I'm just gonna die because I'm like low-key not paying attention to the game at all. Yeah, I can understand that Dingleberry, like, what's it called? Like, it's such a shame how like bronies have such like a negative connotation to them to like the public eye. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a brony. It's just that like people always think of like the bad things before like the good things. What's the oh, someone said how long will the live be? I don't really know. It might not be super long. It'll probably be over like within the next hour. I don't want to make it super long just because I don't want to be like I don't want to like drag it on longer than it needs to be. Like if there's no more questions at some point then I'll probably end it. But yeah. Someone said what's the funniest thing you saw in Helluva Boss? I don't know. This show's had a lot of hilarious moments. I think one of the ones that shocked me the most was that one infamous scene in X's and O's where it was like with Crimson about all the you know what when Mox was on their own. He's like just that shit was crazy. I still can't believe they did that. That's gonna be crazy to see uncensored. Hold on one second, I'm like texting someone real quick. Okay. Wait, did full moon come out? Hold on. The full moon. Oh yeah, it did come out on the last day of May, didn't it? Wow, that's been a year. Holy God, that's crazy. Someone said, is your joins in Roblox? I don't think so, but I can turn them on. Hold on, let me not do this on stream, because I don't want to, like, actually show, like Roblox settings and it have, like, personal information in there. Privacy and content restrictions, visibility and private service. Wait. Okay. I fixed it so that people can join me now. Okay. There we go. I had to do it off screen. I didn't want to like show my Roblox settings. Which part do you want to see the most uncensored from Helluva? Oh God. I don't know. Okay, honestly, this is just out of pure curiosity, but I want a lot of the ones I want to see is the one where it's like when Stolas will like those old ones where Stolas says something and it gets bleeped out like crazy. I really want to see that just because I'm like, what the hell is he saying? Because it's like. Oh yeah, that Andrew Alpha. I'm so curious as to what he said, because I think one of the funniest things about what Andrew Alpha said is the fact that whatever he said was so crazy that like even Blitz was like, "What the hell, dude?" It's like that. You know it's bad when even Blitz is shocked by it. Oh yeah, I know we did hear that, but it's like, especially like in the circus. I'm so curious as to what whatever the hell Stolas was saying in the circus episode. That one was crazy. Trying to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Favorite Helluva Boss fanfic? I feel like I can't answer that just because I don't really know a lot of the names of some fanfictions. There's a lot of good ones that I've read, but I can't tell you the names because I just don't remember them. Sorry about that. But yeah, Helluva Boss fanfictions are really cool. I haven't been reading them too much lately though, so I gotta get back into that. Oh, it looks like there's someone here from the live. Oh yeah, I mean a lot of what Mammon's bleeps were like mostly just the same word, but yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see. Okay, there's some people here from the live. Hello. Oh, there's Einbone too. Thank you. Yeah, I think the vortex, like, being a straight ally thing was a little surprising to me. But I mean, I guess it's not. Obviously, it's not bad. We love a good straight ally, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just I thought he would have been like bi or something. I don't know why. There was nothing really to lead me on to that. It's just, I guess, a personal headcanon that I just came out of nowhere. Favorite popsicle flavor? Oh god, I love green apple ones. Or like, yeah, the green apple ones are so good. Or like blue raspberry too. Damn it! Now I want a popsicle. Why'd you have to say that? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Luna being bi. I remember when that happened. That was like, that surprised the hell out of me. But I'm like so glad that it happened. Oh my god! Like we're all the dinos, shall we? Octavia is asexual. That's been shown on multiple of the Pride merches, and it's never been actually said in the show, but it's been on like all the Pride merches lately. Do you want to like, okay, everyone here, do you want to like go into a run, like into the elevator? One Icarus Wild. Okay, let's go into the elevator. Follow me. Everyone who's in the I think there's only 4 of us. I don't know, is this person part of I think this person was. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go to the elevator. Okay, we're all here. Yeah. Sure. The season 2 trailer live stream. Yes, that was a long time ago. Oh my god. Yeah, that seems like it was forever ago, but it's like, yeah, that was fire. The current count across the whole Hellaverse is 9 pan, 7 bi, 5 gay, 4 lesbian, 3 ace, 3 straight. That's kind of interesting, actually. I didn't know that, but thanks for the statistic, I guess. I knew pan was like the most. I just didn't know like how they ordered like the rest of them. 300k before GTA 6. God, I hope so. Oh my god. Sorry. How does this game work? You do the machines and you don't get killed by the bad guys with the twisteds.
and then just go as far as you can before without dying. It's a pretty straightforward concept. Do you have an Instagram account? Yes, I do, but I don't really post on it. All I use it for is just to like text my friends. Like I don't post on it. There's a band-aid in this back room. I don't know who wants it, but it's in the back room. But yeah, I do have Instagram, but I don't use it to post. I just use it for like texting friends. Yes, Husky, you should start playing Deltarune. Everyone should start playing Deltarune. It's such a good game. Oh my god, Finn. No, don't do this to me, Finn. Okay. Or not, well, Finn gave me the slowness. They're like double tuning, bro. Finn gave me the slowness. Shrimpo was chasing me. This game sucks. I'm just kidding. I love this game. I have like a love-hate relationship with Dandy's World. Send request. I don't have like a private account on Instagram, so you can just follow me if you want, and I'll follow you back. Because I actually like know who you are. Oh, but well, speaking of Deltarune, I know I said this like way earlier in the stream, bro. Dandy, are we serious? Okay. Anyways, I know I was talking about Deltarune. I know I said this earlier at the start of the stream, but should I do like another live stream on Wednesday at 8 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, where I play Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 because that's when it comes out? Would y'all be interested in that? Because I've been thinking about that. I think that'd be really cool, a really fun idea for a stream, where I play Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 when they come out. I don't know if I'll do both on one stream, depending on how long it takes, but I might do 2 separate streams, one for Chapter 3 and one for Chapter 4. But I think that'd be really cool. Also, hopefully you can get the 120 members, Eric. Oh, there's Tisha over there. I don't like Tisha. We make another tier list live? You know, I could. I'd want to get some friends to do that one with me though, so I'm not just doing it by myself. Because I remember the old ones I did. I got some of my friends to do it with me, so I'll probably do that again where I ask some people to like join me for it. I don't know. I don't know who I'll ask, but I think that'll be pretty fun to do. But I'd have to like plan that. Oh, there's something I wanted to mention. For 200,000 subscribers, this Q&A is not like the only thing I had in mind that I wanted to do. Like there's another thing that I was thinking about doing, but I want to get y'all input or like idea or get y'all's feedback on it first, like to see if y'all be interested in this. If I were to, I remember I did a thing where it's like I got all my subscribers to rank the Has Been Hotel soundtrack, and I was thinking of doing something like that, but with the Helluva Boss, where it's like I make a Google form and everyone submits to it. Would y'all be interested in that? If I did like a my subscribers rank the Helluva Boss soundtrack kind of thing? Because I think I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Alright, that's fine. Thank you, Zen, for subscribing. Thank you. That's fine, Eric. But, I mean, it's not one of those things where it's like it'll be a certain time. It'll just be I make a video, like, where I post the form, and then it'll be open for, like, a week, so you have plenty of time to do it. But, yeah. Just so you're aware. Have you ever played Pillar Chase 2? No, I have not. I'm not sure what that is, to be honest, but, I'll do my research on it after this. I just want to let y'all know, I'll probably end the live stream in like 10 minutes at 12:30 my time, just because I want to go eat lunch still, and there's something that I have to do in like an hour, that's like outside of like YouTube. But yeah, I think I'll do the stream for like maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'll probably end it for today. And then on Wednesday, like this coming Wednesday, I'll do the Deltarune one. And I think that'd be a whole lot of fun. Thank you to whoever gave me the extraction boost. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Which elevator did we come from? I already forgot. Nobody's doing that machine. Oh, the Shelly's just coming back. Uh-oh. That's funny. Oh shit, I'm about to get spotted. Oh, we came from the other one. How convenient. How are you going, Heart? Will you join VC later tonight? Maybe. I have to do I have to do like a stage event in another Discord server in like an hour. So, I don't know. But, I'll think about it. It depends if I have time. Because I also want to go eat lunch and then still have time to do this stage. So that's why I'm going to end the stream in maybe like 10 minutes. But, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's like 3 p.m. for me. I could. I'll see. No promises, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but I can try. Oh, R&D's on this part. What's the other one? I don't know what the other thing is. I'm assuming it's like Roger or something, then, if he said free floor. Yeah, in like 2.5 hours, yeah. Yeah, what's up? What's the other? Oh, is it Connie? I thought I heard, like, I don't know what the other thing even was, but, I just, oh, no, that's the Block Junior. I thought that was, like, just the Block. I was like, oh, but no. You know how to set Invite Manager? I don't use Invite Manager for the server, so, I don't know too much about that, but, yeah. It's a pretty. I was looking at the person description with Pillagers too. It's a pretty interesting concept. If y'all have any like questions y'all want to ask before I probably end the stream in like 5 minutes, feel free to get those in. But yeah. And if y'all just have, even if it's not a question, anything just you generally want to say, feel free to let me know before I end it off. And the Hazard Hotel Italian dub. All stars are voiced of Donkey from Shrek, and Vox's and Alistair's voice actors are brothers, confused as shit. That's crazy. That's very complex, to say the least.
Bro, both Yada and Louis are coming this way. Oh, someone got spotted. That's kind of crazy. Some funky things going on in the Italian club. Have I played Marvel Rivals? I did, but not like a lot. Like I played it for like an hour when it first came out, and then I haven't played it since. It was okay. I feel like there were so many tryhards on the game where I didn't really have a lot of fun playing it. But it wasn't like a bad game by any means. It's just I feel like there's so many people who are like who like sweat that like crazy on it. It's like it didn't really make it that fun for me. But yeah. Oh my god. Oh, blots on this floor. Oh, I should have been playing as Roger so I could have got my research. Oh shit, I was standing way too close to blot. Well, I hope that counts as getting the I want the capsule, bro. Can you move, please? Hello? Move. I don't want to bait him. I feel like I'm going to get hit, especially I'm on 1 heart. And I want to get all the research before this floor ends. Okay, there we go. Let me look around for more capsules. Ooh, capsule. That's not a black capsule. Blood. Yeah, I should have been playing as Roger right now. Fuck. That's alright. Bro, why is Block gotta be standing right there? Get a load of this guy. Bro, my stamina. Okay, after this floor ends in the game, I'm probably gonna end the stream and leave just because I have to go eat lunch and then I have to do a stage on another Discord server in like an hour. But it was really fun doing this. Oh, I immediately died. Bro, that wasn't even on purpose. I'm so serious, that was not on purpose. Let me friend these people just because these people are nice. I'll send you both your friend requests. But yeah. Wait, I friendly both of them, right? Okay, yeah. That's probably gonna be it for today's stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was really nice. I don't know what I'll have for lunch. I'll probably just like make a sandwich or something small. But yeah. I'm gonna end the stream. Cause I gotta go do some stuff, and also just cause my like left ear still kind of hurts. Like I can barely hear through it at all, which is dumb. But there's nothing I can do about that. I'll get it sorted out. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you obviously so much for 200,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and like the people who donated during the stream. I'll ask this one last question. Well, I mean, I don't really
I feel like I can't really say my favorite Lilo and Stitch character just because I don't really know too much about that universe, but I'll tune into it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta watch. Yeah, but like I said, thank you so much for tuning in to today's stream. I'll do another stream on Wednesday, for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. At least Chapter 3. I'll probably play Chapter 3 on Wednesday and maybe Chapter 4 on Thursday. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to today's stream, and I will see you all, I guess, either on Wednesday or maybe if I upload a video before that. Yeah, I might not make a. I'm sorry I haven't been making videos a lot. I've been kind of busy with some other stuff, and also the fact that my ear kind of is just killing me, which just sucks, but there's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. See y'all next time. Bye bye. I don't really have anything else to say, so I'll just end it off right now. See ya.